just the camaraderie of the group. Getting to know my counterparts here in Oklahoma. I'm not a native Oklahoman, so when I moved down, I was unknown to anybody. And the friends that I've made over the years, my colleagues, the work we've done together, that's the most enriching part of the organization is just the camaraderie of the group. The CAE program really grew during my tenure on the board as well as through my presidency, and then on past that. We had classes of 5 or 6 CAEs per year, and we really pushed that program to try to enhance the quality of the association executives we have here in Oklahoma. Just the service to a profession and to the members of the organization that we work for. I've only had 2 jobs in association management in my 34-year career in the business. I worked for the Auto Dealers Association in Kansas for 8 years, and I've been now with this organization, the Consulting Engineers Association, for 25 years. They're just great people, getting to know their business, getting to know how they operate, the standards of practice that they adhere to, and then doing something to help enhance their business and their livelihood. And I think that's what I get out of it most, is just I feel like I'm making a contribution to the business as well as the individual employees as their careers move forward. You don't go to college to get a degree in association management. There may be one college that offers that. We all got into the business by accident. We did something else first. And then kind of migrated into this. I was in broadcasting for 11 years. I left that industry and went to work for an association as their public relations specialist. And from there, it grew into a career in association management. I didn't know what a 501c6 nonprofit trade association was the day that I went to work at the Auto Dealers in Kansas. I knew public relations. And all of a sudden, there's this whole new world out there that opened up to me, and I decided this is what I really want to do. This is what I'm cut out for, and I want to stay in this track. From that point, you have to have an organization behind you that helps you learn the business, because there's no way other than on-the-job training to learn association management. There are ways. I mean, you could get a degree in business and that type of thing. But the on-the-job training is so important, and an organization like OSAE, or I was before that Kansas Association, Society of Association Executives, are critically important to us as association executives to help us learn and keep our skills high. The best OSAE program I ever went to was a number of years ago, and it was the party. You know, I mean, of course, that's what we remember are the good times in a lot of cases. The Tulsa group used to have the Tulsa T-Town Trek. And we'd go over on a Friday night or a Saturday night, and we'd go all over Tulsa. I mean, put us on buses and we'd go to different hotels. And the one they did one year was a movie theme. And every hotel and venue we went to was a different movie theme. And we acted out a scene from the movie. We had little groups, and you were assigned to the A group, let's say. And at that hotel, the A group put on the skit, and the next hotel, the B group put on the skit. It was absolutely hilarious to see us up there acting out Gone with the Wind or a scene from Star Wars or something. It was the most fun night I think I've ever had, not only in OSAE, but just about any place. I mentioned that I came here from Kansas, and that was in February of 1988. The first meeting I ever went to was in the Skirvin Hotel before it closed. It closed about 2 weeks later. I sat down at a table with 7 other people that I absolutely didn't know who it was. I had just joined OSAE, came to my first meeting, sat down next to Charlotte Edwards. And she introduced herself, and I got to meet a few people at the table. And when the meeting was over, there was a convention committee meeting immediately following. And Charlotte looked at me and she said, "Jim, would you like to sit in on the convention committee meeting?" I went, "Yeah, that'd be great." And so Charlotte was one of the first. Pat Hall was on the board at the time. I got to know Pat real well, and we became close friends. And those two are the two that welcomed me, I guess, to Oklahoma. And with that, they've probably had more influence. I've used them both as mentors over the years and bounced a lot of ideas off them. We served on the board together at the time. And so, but Charlotte and Pat probably are the two because they were the first, and they kind of welcomed me with open arms. It is a lifelong learning project. And so even though you've been in it 25, 30 years, there's always something new and different to learn. So try to keep your education level up. For the new people, just be a sponge. Learn it all. You can't be an expert in everything, but learn the different areas of it, or at least get a feel for the different areas of it. You've got one particular track that you're on, one particular job that you're responsible for. That's the one you really need to be proficient in. But learn the other things also, and be that sponge. Try to get as much out of it, and be active in OSAE and other associations to help your own professional development. CAE for me was all personal. It was, again, the way that I can continue my professional development and learn the things that you can't learn or didn't learn through your college career or previous careers. It was the greatest learning experience that I've had. And that's beyond high school and college. The study that we did, the work that we did, preparing for the exam, I learned more in that 10, 12-week period of time than I learned in all my years prior to that. It was absolutely the greatest learning experience around. ASAE has tremendous educational opportunities at the national level, but they're very costly. And many of us are small staff associations. We don't have large development budgets. So it's hard for us to pick up and go to a national convention or a national meeting that's, cost several $1,000s in the long run. So we need to bring that to OSAE, and we need to keep that at the local level as best we can. Bring in some of those speakers or use local talent to do those type of programs so that we can have the advantage here in Oklahoma of those same learning opportunities. I would do this, I will do this for the rest of my life, and would recommend this career to anybody.